Hey folks, welcome to my Shell Buzzies OmBuseyMan blog. Yes, we got all kinds of things that we deal with here day in and day out. I get phone calls from all across North America and certainly across Canada and right here in Vancouver and the area where we make our office. So welcome to the OmBuseyMan blog. Today we're going to talk about something that, well, very likely a number of you are already dealing with in your home. And that is what's called ice damming. Let me spell it. It's like ice, like an ice cube. Ice damming, like in a dam holding back water. But what does it mean to your home? It means an awful lot, folks, and it is something that will deteriorate a home faster than a lot of other things that we deal with day in and day out. And in fact, one of the major reasons why a lot of people end up putting a new roof on because they think they got a leak. And you know what? The bottom line is, put a new roof on, spend all that money, and end up with the same problem the following year. Let me explain to you what is taking place. I'm going to draw a roof line, just like that. And inside your roof cavity, there's what's called a truss. And that truss could be a W truss. It could be a truss that, which they call in a lot of cases a post truss, which supports the upper portion. And that upper portion basically is giving you your roof design. Well, let me show you what is taking place in your home if it's not properly vented. Now, insulation, yes, we have insulation in the roof cavity on top of the ceiling or on top of the polyethylene vapor barrier, which is on top of your ceiling. And then you may have insulation blown in. And that insulation, when it's blown in, may have all kinds of concerns around, well, let's use some different colors here because it's very important to get color matching in here. But you may have a roof vent. This could be a toilet or plumbing vent. It could be a roof jack, which is a vent for a range hood or a bathroom exhaust fan. It may be a chimney, and that chimney will be above the roof line, and this is where all your smoke from your fireplace, or if you've got a sleeve, it will be a natural gas B vent, which vents out the natural gas exhaust, or carbon monoxide, which is something we definitely want to make you aware that you should have a carbon monoxide detector in your home. Now, insulating your home is very important. Where the attic cavity comes up into the cavity, you want to make sure it's insulated, and also you want to make very certain that that access door is not only insulated but tight with weather stripping where it comes down on the lip of the ceiling. Now, your outside walls, and I'm going to use green for the outside walls, and those outside walls will come down in this general area here. And that's your upper plates, and then you have your insulation in the walls again. Okay, now insulation in the walls and insulation in the ceiling are very important items. Before you do anything with upgrading insulation, today's code requires air sealing or draft proofing, and that is around your ceiling vents for your range hood, around your plumbing vents, around your chimney, and that stops air from moving inside your home once your furnace comes on, because inside your home when the furnace comes on you get pressurization. Air is blowing out of the registers in the floor. And it will find its way around all these cavity items and up into the roof cavity. Why? Because of no draft proofing. So never have insulation added to your home like a lot of insulation companies do, and they don't draft proof when they do it. You gotta draft proof, because if you don't, let me accelerate the size or enlarge the size of the rafter, okay? And that's the rafter, and this is your soffit venting here. Soffit venting, that's where the air that gets up into the roof cavity, carrying moisture, because you just had a shower possibly. In fact, it's been known in many homes, even the exhaust vent going to the outside, it hasn't been taped or draft proofed, or it may not even exist. The air from your bathroom exhaust fan just goes up into the roof cavity. Well, when that takes place, what is happening? That air that gets escaped up into the area of the roof cavity and it wants to get out, it's going to go to the area that's drawing it, and that's out through your roof vents and out through your bathroom exhaust fan, or it may be a roof vent being a ridge vent along your ridge, and it's escaping. Now, what happens if outside you got a minus 5 degrees Celsius, and inside this air that's escaping is anywhere from 25 degrees Celsius to, say, 30 degrees if you really like it warm, and that's carrying moisture in the air, and that gets up into this roof cavity, and as it's going to escape, it frosts, it's cold, it's minus 5 outside, and you get that condensation taking place there, and you get ice damming. Ice will actually form there. And when it forms there, it's going to be ice until this temperature goes up. And when that temperature goes up outside, now this will melt. And where does it go? Down underneath the insulation, down the walls, and it might even show up on your bedroom floor or your bathroom floor, or show up on your ceiling where the ceiling meets the wall. A dark stain might show up, and that's what's happening because the water from the ice, after it melts, gets down underneath the insulation, and it can't go anywhere but run. And you know, in a lot of cases, it may even come out of a light fixture that you have. And I always have asked people when they call me, I'll say, how do you think water leaking the roof falls right into where that light fixture is? It's not, folks. It's running to the first cavity, and that first cavity where the vapor barrier may be there, an older home, but it's never been draft proofed. So that way the water will run right down, and you'll actually see water in some of the light fixtures like a fishbowl. Ice damming is caused from improper draft proofing or no draft proofing at all. And that information, folks, is so important to you. And if you're buying a house today, the first time you're buying a home, and your home inspector says there may be a ventilation problem here because he sees the problem, the dark ceiling, the moisture that's been into the drywall, the ceiling looks damp, the texture looks really looks obviously been damp at one time, a water stain, that sort of thing. That is something where someone may be selling you a problem when they're selling their home, because you can tell that the ceiling has been painted. It's been painted. And when you see a ceiling that's just been painted and you're looking at buying that home, be careful. OmBuseyMan, folks. OmBuseyMan. I'm telling you, it may be ventilation. And if you have any problems at all, folks, when in doubt, don't pout. Let Shell help you out on the OmBuseyMan blog. Thanks for watching. Thanks for learning. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.